This is the mid-1960s Remington Fleetwing Typewriter. I picked this up for $5 Canadian 2 days ago. I responded to a Kijiji advertisement. This is the well-known Remington Fleetwing, or actually one of the 1960s Remingtons with the cheap plastic body, I admit. On this particular machine it actually has shrunk. The cover is so incredibly tight you need a knife to open it, which I'll be showing you later. But I do find, I don't know if this is with the Envoys or any of the other 1960s Remingtons, that the inside of this particular machine is still surprisingly good. The keys are cheap, the body is cheap, but the mechanism has really been integrated into a big cast iron frame. And that cast iron frame sticks out here at the front. This is no panel or separate piece. It's part of the actual frame inside all of this machine, as is the lower back panel, which is this one. As you can hear, that's cast iron or metal or whatever it is as well. I don't even know if it's cast iron. Don't quote me on that. However, unfortunately, that's plastic. The side panels are plastic. And this is plastic, which really has done a little bit of degrading. It has degraded the quality quite poorly. It's unfortunate because these are really good machines to type with if they had better keys and just a little higher quality body. But well, things are like that. It's a 50-year-old, so you can change it. I did type on it. It does type really well. Surprisingly, I got this machine. It was very filthy and dusty, and it needed some repairs. This machine clearly has been used for years and years. It had its life, its service life. You can tell the cover has developed a mold for the index finger, where the index finger would be if you pulled the cover off, because it's so tight. It's very funny. But yeah. Okay, I can take the cover off, or maybe we have a look around first. The style of this machine is, I like the style of it. I don't understand really that they took the time to work on that, but not, you know, to make cast iron body. I've noticed that I'm not the only one that used a knife to open the body. This was like that when I got it. It's just become so incredibly tight you cannot pull it by hand anymore. Okay, let's take the cover off. We'll have a peek in there. I have to do it with two hands, so, or maybe do it with one hand. I'll grab a knife and stick that in there. I can do it with one hand on this side. That's one side. Switch hands. You need to do it this way, it won't come off else. Okay, so there we go. As you can see, it already has it still has the 1950s design inside with these spool systems. It really isn't a spool, it's just a cap that goes over the ribbon, but it works. 1950s Remingtons, the quiet writer, letter writer, the office writer, they had this system too. I do not know if these two plastic, I have a feeling one of them shouldn't be here. As you can tell, they're quite different. It has the classic Remington ribbon vibrator, as you can tell, which flicks open like this and makes it very easy to change the ribbons. The serial number is E701858. I cleaned the keys, that took quite a bit, and they're a little black right now because I already used the typewriter. The ribbon in this was from my Eaton 400 when I got it. It's not quite as dark as a new ribbon, but works very well, so I decided to pop it in this one, as it won't be my primary machine to use, or probably won't be using it very much, although it is a good beater with a, you know, it's if you want to pound a story out on a machine, you know, don't really care for it. I mean, no, that's not the right word. You don't really care if it gets you know it's been used already a lot. So continue using it. You know, it's like with an old car. It's an old car, just drive it in to the ground, or an old pair of shoes. You know, at some point you stop polishing it and waxing it, and you know, that's the same with this. I cleaned it. You know, it's probably not had a service for a very long time by the looks of it. Wait for that for a moment. So yeah, I'm just gonna use it. The sticker here on the side says, "For best results, specify Remington carbon paper and ribbons. Install ribbon here in this direction." So that's what I've done. I've threaded it through here. It's all taken care of. This is the ribbon direction switch, and this is the color selector. It has lost its indicators. It was just literally a piece of color tape behind there that fell off the moment I touched it, so I have to put something else in there. Tab key, margin, release key, backspace, dual shift lock keys, touch control, tab clear and set over here. As you can see, this is the Petal Frame. It's very sturdy. And it runs all the way in the back into the back. That's it as well here. So it goes underneath this panel. This side panel is intact. This side panel has a broken screw holder here in the back, so it's loose, as you can see. I'll have to try to fix that. The screw on this over here still works, and there is pins in there that keep it in place, so that's fine as well. Classic story with this. Over the 1950s, 1960s, and even the 1970s, Remington really didn't care if you lost or what kind of switches were on their machines, or I don't know if they thought of that or not, but they had these just click on switches. As you can see, well, I have two here, and I have one over here, but that's it, because that one's missing, as you can see. And where's my camera? There it is. That one's missing, and that one's missing. So not really a huge success. I've never had any post 1950 Remington that didn't have one of those missing. It's a very common problem. Yeah, so it has the 1, 2, 3 line spacer adjuster over there. When I was cleaning this machine out, let me tell you a little nightmare that I had. The moment you take this platen off, what you do is you unscrew that screw in there, and you unscrew that knob, and you pull this knob out. First of all, those two rings fall right out, because that's held together, and a pin. Then when you pull the platen out, about all those rings that you see in there, the entire system falls out, the line spacer falls out. It's an absolute nightmare. The line spacer and the system that adjusts the platen with this all comes out by just pulling the platen out, which is really buggery. It is all spring loaded, so it took me about 2 hours and a lot of frustration, a lot of cursing to put it back in. Finally it worked, so that's all clean and polished. I have a really hard time getting this stuff off here. I don't know why. I'll have to take a look at that later. There's the let's see if I can get to do this with one hand. Paper bail or paper support. Looks a bit like the ones that the Olympias came with. Get back in there. There you go. These are the margins. Well, you know the lot. A weird thing, you would expect this switch to be releasing the carriage. I mean, that's what I would. And then this for the paper, but no. This is the way it goes. Paper bail was bent out of shape when I got it, but I fixed that. The paper support, it has a little bit of a fold. You can see it's cracked there, or split the metal, so I don't know how long that's gonna hold out, but for now it will. Okay, so put this back on. You'll probably hear how incredibly tight this cover is. I have to hit it. There we go. That's closed. Yeah, so have a peek at the bottom side. You will see the frame, which I really find surprisingly good for a machine with only a plastic body. There's no back panel, that's it. It's integrated into the frame. There it is. It's the body. Here's the escapement. Not the escapement. There's the tension drum, shifting spring, as you can see. It's basket shift, I forgot to tell you. Those are the what do you call the spools? No, not the spools. There's the gears for the ribbon advanced system. There you go. You can see there's one and there's the other one. So yeah, it's unfortunate this machine could have been a better. It could have been developed better. Definitely, it was a good. It has the signs of a good machine, but overall this is not a machine that I will use every day. I don't think if it was new either, because it feels very plasticky when you use it sometimes, but not brittle. It types very well. It's a very sturdy machine, but you know, things like this, I'd rather have a 1910s Underwood, which the only plastic you will find on there is, no, there's no plastic on those. You have glass keys and rubber. That's it. You know, and I suppose this still has some of the flair, but definitely not all of it. Anyways, this is the end of this video. I posted a video of a typing session on this machine. It's about 15 minutes long. I hope you have a look at that, and I hope you have enjoyed this video, and you have yourself a good day. Okay, bye-bye.